Well, hello there, family. I didn't see you there. And welcome back to another edition of Crenshaw Corner. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
Angela Crenshaw, that's me.
The apple to my eye.
I am the apple.
The wind beneath my wings.
That's you. That's wind.
The rib that completes me.
You're completed.
The Marisol to my Horatio.
The devil. Oh, wait.
You should know this, dog. Come
Marisol,
on.
Horatio.
Come on. Always a one-liner.
Okay.
Always the sunglasses on. Come on, dog.
CSI. No.
Which one, though?
Miami.
CSI Miami.
Come on, you see, because
you go.
I don't like Horatio.
That's my dog.
No, baby, we've been down this road. I don't. He's so cheesy and corny.
First of all,
basically, because he talks like this, and don't do it.
What you're not gonna do is be disrespectful to Horatio Kane.
But doesn't he talk like that?
See, that's beside the point.
Like, we're about to make a point.
That's beside the point.
Bruh,
because
talk
nobody accentuates their point with sunglasses like Horatio Kane. See, don't do that. Don't
see the silence.
You're being disrespectful.
I'm not. I'm just saying he'd be like, and that's another moment.
But
it's not a horror show, bro. Just talk.
Here's my problem, though.
Yes.
I appreciate you getting it.
Thank you. You clap.
But you jumped the gun.
I know the family clapping for me.
But you jumped the gun. How you just gonna say your name up front like that, though?
When?
Because you did.
Earlier?
Yes.
I can say it again. I can say my name. See.
Do you know your name now? What's your name?
What's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What is going on?
That's my wife, family.
I got it.
This is my wife, family.
Did I get a point? Something for that?
You get a half a point because it took you entirely. Now that one of all, because how I've seen every episode of every season multiple times. So that one you should have known.
I knew the name. I didn't know who the other. What you? I don't know.
His wife.
Yeah, okay.
That was his wife.
I didn't even know he was married.
Yeah, she. It didn't end well though. Somebody put a bullet in her.
Because I only remember him. Don't he be downstairs?
Downstairs
in the basement? No.
If you don't stop getting Gibbs and Horatio confused,
yeah, they're two different people. Yes,
two totally different people, man.
Don't like neither one of them. But carry on.
We gonna talk later offline. We gonna talk because it's some things we need to work out.
Hello.
Family, welcome.
What's up, family?
Welcome, family. Family, as always, we are so happy to have you. We're so glad you joined us.
Thankful.
For our new family members, however you're listening, whether it's iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you guys so much.
We do.
For our returning family members.
Come on, returners.
You already know how we feel about you.
Yes.
Now, our new family members, please do not misunderstand. We love you. There is a special place in our heart for you.
Love you.
There's a special place in our soul for you.
Yes, it is.
But there's just something about our returning family members.
Y'all keep coming back. Family, thank you so much.
And we appreciate it.
Yes.
And as always, welcome to the cookout.
Yes.
Make sure you bring some aluminum foil so you can what?
Take something with you.
Take something with you.
Come on, somebody.
Now, family, the reason we say that is because with the Crenshaw Corner, there's a couple of things you're going to get.
Sanchez goes down a rabbit hole.
That's not, see? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Well, you're not going to say that?
That's not what I was going to say at all.
Okay, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
What I was going to say is that what you get a lot of the times is confusion because my wife will go down on a tirade. She'll go down this rabbit hole.
No, sir.
What she talking about has nothing to do with the opening topic that we talking about.
It always does.
But she'll go down this hole.
I'm the person who bring it together.
You the glue?
I'm the glue that hold us together because you go down a rabbit hole and I have to bring you up and bring you back.
Wow, is that what you're
going
to say?
Like doing my hands in it, bring you up.
Is that what you're going to say?
I wish people could see me doing that though. Bring you up. Bring you back.
This is not a visual medium.
No,
I don't know many times I got telling you that.
If it was, it would be good. It would be good, people. It'd be so good.
But even though she will go down just this field of dreams and this valley of darkness sometimes. But with that being said, we like to try to bring a perspective to you.
We have good intentions.
The intentions are always good.
Did I say it like Horatio?
No, you didn't.
Let me say it like him. We have good intentions.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Is that how he say it?
No, that's not.
How would he say it?
Leave it alone. Because right now you sound like Drew Barrymore's grandfather with the great profile. That's what you sound like. So don't do that.
We have good intentions.
Anyway. So like I was saying, family.
We do have good intentions.
So even in me telling you that she'll go down a rabbit hole, she goes down a rabbit hole.
I'm not going.
But with that being said.
I'm serious now.
We like to give you a perspective. We like to bring a different viewpoint.
We do.
So with that, we tell you to bring some aluminum foil so you can take that with you.
Take something with you.
And then family, we always consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
With Twitters.
So what that means is that we can be found on the
hold
socials.
on. Morgan said we shouldn't say what are we?
That's you. She said you shouldn't say it because you the one say it all the time.
So what are we?
We're on the socials.
We just tweet?
Yeah, it's just tweet, baby.
So we don't have like a cute little name like Twitters?
No,
I'm a
baby.
Twitterer. Go ahead, baby. I'm a
just
Twitterer.
be making stuff up.
I'm going to be a Twitterer.
You're on Twitter and you tweet.
I'm a Twitterer.
Wow. Okay. So family, we consider
I'm
ourselves an
just a
interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials.
We are.
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook.
I'm an Insta. Wow. Everything you say, I'm going to have a nickname for myself.
We're on Twitter.
I'm a Twitterer.
All under Crenshaw Corner. And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Now, family. I don't know, family. I can't tell you what this episode gonna be, family. I don't know.
It's Friday. Just got paid Friday night.
It is Friday. It's a beautiful Friday.
It's
so, family,
Friday.
if you've been listening, you know that in the month of April, the month of April is. I'm gonna mute your microphone, so it's gonna happen.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The month of April is all about passion.
Yes.
So we've been talking about different variations of passion. We had a wonderful guest for this past midweek moment.
We did.
Our wonderful daughter, Morgan Crenshaw.
Yes.
So if you have not listened to episode Midweek Moment Passion 101, why not go back and listen to it?
Check it out. It was good.
It was.
She's a little bit beside herself. I had to deal with her.
You had to deal with her
that night. Yeah, she was a little. She was beside herself. I had to help her.
Did you help her?
Had to bring her back.
You brought her back to who she was.
She was saying we was a haters, and I had to deal with that. Thank you.
So, family, we're going to continue along those lines of talking about passion.
Yes, we are.
And family, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to have wonderful guests.
Yes.
So, family, we have a wonderful guest for you.
We do.
She a little shy.
She a
little reluctant.
She always shy and reluctant.
But that's okay.
She actually said we hoodwinked, bamboozled her, and
let her astray.
Let her astray and kidnapped her.
She said we ran amok. She said Plymouth Rock didn't land on her.
Yes.
So, but without further ado.
That was cool that we did that together.
I don't know about that.
So, yes, honey.
Would you like to do the introductions?
Well,
Would you like to reintroduce the family?
I want to introduce her in a different. I'm gonna let her introduce herself, but I'm gonna introduce while we're speaking to her.
Okay, do that.
Sometimes I don't think I make sense, but anyway.
You always make sense. In a crazy way, but you always make sense.
Okay, I'm back.
Now I don't know what just happened there.
I had to bring myself down.
Okay, center yourself.
So family, I was centering myself. Thank you, baby. So family, listen, since we're talking about passion and we're trying to talk about it in a totally different way as far as your gifts and talents and what you love. And in this young lady, we was talking to her recently about something that she was doing and the love and the feeling that she had for, we definitely had to get her. You've talked to her before, you've listened to her before, but we had to get her back for this particular passion segment because when I met her, she was doing project management, but she still loves to do, and she has her own business doing something totally different than what she's passionate about right now. And so we wanted to talk to her. So I don't want to give it away. So we just want to talk to her about how she went from there to there. Because sometimes, even though you have a passion, it could be one big passion, and just one part of that passion can pull you in more than the other. So I'm going to let her introduce herself. Hi, honey.
Say hello.
Hello, Angela. Hi, guys.
Really? Is that how you're going to act? Wow.
Hello. Yes.
Tell me your name again, baby.
Oh, my name is Saquaya. No, I'm just playing. My name is Saquaya.
Right. I'm trying to figure out who are we talking to right now.
Okay, first of all, before we even get into anything.
Yes.
How do you not know Horatio? And then how you don't know that stance? Like he puts on the glasses.
Tell
he
her
takes
again.
It off. It's the stance. It's like you got to know these things.
It's
and then,
everything.
how you didn't know Derek and
Garcia?
Derek Garcia. How you didn't know that? That's baby girl right there.
Who are you talking about now?
That was Criminal Minds.
Listen to me. Listen to me, people. First of all, again, I didn't know Criminal Minds. And I'll deal with you later like I did Morgan. And number two, Horatio gets on my, because he make, like you said, it's a stance and it's a sunglasses, but it's when he speaks, it's so corny, guys. It's so
cool
corny.
It's a whole vibe.
How is that a cool? That's
It's
not even a
a whole-
vibe.
Slick with it. Like,
It's a
just
whole
like,
vibe. Because nobody
crazy.
else can do that like Horatio, man.
Exactly.
Are y'all serious right now?
So serious.
Yes.
Are y'all so serious?
So serious.
No, like serious. No one else could have played
That
Horatio like David Caruso did. No one else. try to write the same character, same line, same mannerism, but nobody could do it like David Caruso, man. I'm telling you. Just Horatio was everything, dog.
Like
Horatio
you knew something was
dude.
going on when he took them glasses off, them shades off, and then he did that little stance. That was it. Like, yo,
Cause
Oh, yeah, serious right now.
so serious.
Yeah, I mean, like the
I'm dead
excitement
serious.
about this.
I
this-
love my brother because he said he watches it all the time, and I'm
I've
like,
seen-
that's the same thing for me.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
constantly
watched
watching the
every
shows.
season like multiple times.
Yes.
Because the beautiful thing about Horatio was
See, I
the
see my
dude.
mouth open because I don't care, y'all. I
he was
don't care.
that dude.
I don't care, but I'm listening. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Horatio
need to
was
get it.
always the smartest one in the room, but never let on that he was the smartest one in the room. Cool, calm, and collected, but would put a bullet in between your eyes.
Listen,
I was at,
No
Horatio
questions.
was at everything, dog, with no remorse.
Are y'all,
beast.
are y'all gonna be okay?
I'm just saying.
Passion. I feel the passion.
I'm passionate about
That's
Horatio.
what I'm just saying.
For real. I'm passionate about Horatio.
That's what like y'all very passionate right now. It's a lot of-
lines. Let's go. I mean,
Like dead serious. If we ever had another kid, I'm naming my kid Horatio.
Horatio.
well, then you're
Like dead serious.
try for a grandbaby, baby.
Like Horatio Kane Crenshaw. Like for real, for real.
That sounds fancy.
I'm just dead serious.
That does sound.
That sound
fancy,
that does sound good, right?
Yeah.
So-
Like how it
Horatio
flows.
King
I'm saying
Crenshaw.
Horatio Kane Crenshaw.
Okay, well, carry on.
So family, if you've noticed, you've heard this voice before. So this is the young lady that we brought to you doing singles. We did an episode about all the single ladies.
Yeah, all the single ladies, all the single
Yeah.
ladies.
We don't
She
own the
know-
rights to
that song.
We don't own the rights to that
or
music.
or my vocals.
All my vocals.
Miss Knowles, please do not come after us. We just a little bitty podcast. We ain't even
Got
making
time
money
for that.
right now. Please don't sue us. You won't get nothing but lint and a piece of
Out
cake.
of pocket.
That's it. Just
And
some,
but a good piece of cake.
it'll be a real good piece of cake,
Wait a
but that's
minute.
all you're gonna
Can
get
we have
from
that
us.
church candy though?
With the lint still on it?
The lint still on
I
it,
got that for. I
yes.
got that for you.
Yes.
You gotta find somebody grandmama for that, y'all. Y'all gotta find somebody grandmama. You
I'm
just
just
can't
saying.
roll up on nobody. Somebody grandmama got that.
Okay, we gonna get into the topic, but I got a question real quick.
Yes.
Do they still make those grandmothers with the red candy with the lint in the bottom of their purse? Do they still make those grandmothers?
No, those are great grandmamas, baby. They make the grandmamas the mo.
No. I feel like the grandmamas are like
the grandmamas now is giving the babies
like
the telephone and the iPad, baby.
Yeah.
Listen, play while Pastor preach. You should listen. Pray while Pastor preach. This is like, here, go get this phone, go get this iPhone, and shut up.
pretty much.
Listen, that's great grandma.
That's great
And
grandma.
I can honestly say, now that you've said that, I haven't seen a lot of great grandmamas in a long time.
That's a serious church mother.
Yeah, that's serious church mama.
I
with
miss
the
them
hat.
church mothers though.
And then if you out of line, they gonna pinch you.
Yeah, they don't care who kid you are. They
my
don't care who you
God.
belong to.
Ooh, and if you in the back and they turn around
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's over.
and they give you that look.
See,
No, my favorite, you roll up and call yourself chewing some gum, hand out.
Oh, God.
Spit it in my hand. Spit it.
Yeah.
You'll be like spit it out. You'd be like, okay.
yeah,
yes,
that was
ma'am.
that church mother who would go ahead and lay hands on that child.
Oh, yes.
And then go tell the mama that she laid hands on her and that her mama to
Say something. Don't you say nothing.
You
that's
should have
two
trained them
whoopings.
better.
You should have trained the baby.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
ain't
ain't
time
that ain't the topic.
It ain't the topic.
Already you got us off course.
I didn't. That was you and
Already.
her talking about some Horatio, and it just went left.
So, Miss Saquaya, so we did bring you here for a purpose and a reason.
You pronounce her name so well. I do not. That's why I don't call her that.
What? Saquaya?
I never say her name properly.
How do you say it?
Sequoia.
Ain't it-
It's Saquaya.
It's Saquaya.
See, I just don't say it right, and I never want to offend her, so I call her what I call her, but y'all can't call her that, so I'm not gonna say it on
Thank you kindly.
on air because then somebody gonna feel like they can call you that.
And you ain't family, so you
That
can't
you ain't
do that.
family, so you can't call her that.
Nah,
Some of
homie.
this like saying, just keep saying your name, and I'm gonna be
Wow.
like, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl,
What up, shouting?
what up, shorty?
So, as my wonderful wife,
We are going to get to the point.
I'm gonna keep trying to keep this train on the track.
Okay, I'm
they
sick.
keep trying to derail
Go
me.
ahead, go for it, baby.
So, ma'am. So, as my wife alluded to, so we brought you here because when we was first introduced to your wonderfulness and
love you.
our solar systems came in a line together, you were out here changing the world doing project management,
Yeah.
and
I
you were
was.
yeah, that's how you.
And actually, project management and your business, because I don't want to say entertainment because that's not what it is. Your business was
you describe it
yeah.
because you're a whole entrepreneur here. You got multiple businesses going on.
Seriously, at one time,
So
I don't know
that's
what
another
that's
reason I wanted
about.
to talk to you because
Yeah.
you got just whole businesses
Personal
businesses
planner,
going
project
on.
manager, travel agent. I mean, we could just keep going.
No, you put me as travel agent.
Yeah. Yes.
Only you.
You, Julie, the cruise director.
It's like, what? Oh, it's like, hey, you need to plan this. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Y'all can plan.
No.
But just because I have project management in my blood and I like
Right.
to plan things, it automatically goes to me.
And you do it
Friends,
so
don't let people do
well.
you like that. Don't let your friends.
But you do it
like
well.
that.
Like
Nah,
that's one of
homie.
those things that you do really, really well.
But sometimes you want to pass that along.
But I would drop the baton, honey. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna let you know now.
No, we can't do that because we got to win this race.
We're going to fail.
We're
going
disqualified for sure.
disqualified.
I don't know what just happened here.
Sorry.
know.
Carry on.
It's all right.
Passion. We're
all right.
passionate about this conversation, but go ahead.
So-
Carry on.
What you talking about? Heart and Soul?
Yeah.
Okay, so Heart and Soul is an event planning business.
Yes.
That 3 young ladies got together. That we actually went to the same church, which is my sister, and I might as well call Natasha as my sister as well. So it's myself, Anisha, and Natasha, and we do event planning. We plan weddings. We do it all, and I didn't really know that was like a true passion of mine until I got to Elevation Church. And then it just kind of came out because that was definitely not me at all.
Yeah. Now she is being so humble when she says, that she's a party planner, event planner.
Right.
What she is a memory maker.
Yes.
Is what they are. These
Yeah.
3 ladies together.
Yeah, 3 of them.
They make memories is what they do because
Seriously.
they'll take the smallest space with the smallest of resources
And
turn it
transform.
into a life-altering event
Yeah.
where you will speak about this event for years to come.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing in what they do. But here's the thing. That's not why you're here today.
No, that's not.
Because even as amazing as you are in that arena, in that field, that's not the current passion that you're pursuing right now.
No, it's not.
So tell the family, what is the passion you're pursuing right now?
So my current passion is soap making.
Family, you heard her right, family.
Soap making.
Soap making.
Soap
Yes.
making.
And understand, we're not talking about your little white balls of ivory. That ain't what we're talking about.
I mean, we're
here.
not slandering you, Ivory. You all right, though?
Yeah, well, don't say
Ivory, you okay?
Ivory, don't come after
Ivory, you
us.
all right?
Ivory, you good.
You good.
You done bathed the many of babies.
Wash the many a dish.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do you remember
Ivory.
the family used to use Ivory soap to wash dishes?
My grandmother did.
Yes. I'm like, y'all know that's not for that. They would
Whole
use-
bar.
Whole
Listen.
bar.
Whole ball Ivory right on the
Right
sink.
on the sink. Whole bar.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it got clean, didn't it?
Yeah, it got clean.
Real clean.
It
It
got
smelled
clean.
good, too.
It
You
did
know?
smell good.
With no artificial dyes or coloring.
Nothing, just white. That was it.
But we're talking about artistic, just beautiful. Like
Yeah.
you just want to put it on the shelf and not touch it. So
Yes.
Pretty much.
pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did we get there?
Actually, you can say probably like last year, maybe in December, I had allergic reaction to a soap that I will not name.
Yeah, please don't. We don't want to get sued.
We're not trying to get sued.
No slander or libel out here today.
No, not today.
But because I have very sensitive skin, and I just got fed up with it because every season would happen, it would always flip. Like my skin would just it would break out. So
Right.
I was just like, I'm over it. So just one day, that good old Pinterest gets you in trouble. And Lord Jesus. And then you kept going, like you going down a rabbit hole, and you just keep going and you keep going. So I bought a couple things to like try to make it, and did like the melt and pour type situation. And that's like the easier route. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do the easier route. Just be me being me.
Right.
I want to keep going and I want to keep learning. So I decided to do the full planning thing, like
That cold press soap.
that cold press soap.
Wow.
And it's just like, it takes time, which is quite funny, I must say, because sometimes I'm very impatient. And
And soap making won't allow you to be impatient.
no, you have to have some serious patience for sure. So, yeah, so it's good old soap making. Oh, and then I tried like goat milk soap one time, and I was like, yo, this makes my skin feel great. Then my eczema didn't flare up, so I was like, hallelujah. No,
Wow.
that's everything. So, yeah. So now I'm making not only cold processed soap, but I'm
Right.
making goat milk, which is a whole nother step. So I technically didn't even start at the basic. I just jumped.
You just jumped to the
Just
advanced
jumped to the
lesson.
I literally jumped to the
You the
advanced.
advancer.
Yeah.
So you just jumped right into calculus. You didn't even start with basic arithmetic.
Listen, and I hated math.
And here's the thing that I want people to understand, because we're talking about the passion, is that it's still in your wheelhouse. It's still in your wheelhouse because what you do is, like Cynthia said, is you create memories, you create things for people. And so all you're doing is taking that and putting your creativity into soap. So the reason why we want to talk to you because to let people know that because we talked with Morgan, you may have this passion to do this thing, but don't peg yourself into one thing, you know?
Don't put yourself
like
in a box.
You was like, you were an event planner and you created memories over memories. I mean, I've been with you and saw you do it so many times. But at the end of the day, your thing was to create memories for people at any cost, at any way. You know what I'm saying? And now you're creating these amazing soaps like the charcoal tea tree soap that I'll be getting soon. I'm so excited about that. But yes, sir. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But I just wanted them to hear that because sometimes people think that they pegged in this one thing, and if they deviate, then that's really not their passion, and that's not how it works sometimes. What you was gonna say, babe?
No, I was gonna say you just said something. You don't like math, but then you're pursuing something that's nothing but math.
When I say a whole bunch of math,
yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, because family, I know I may sound like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this, but I have no idea. I'm not a soap maker, but I found this young lady on YouTube and see, this is crazy how God works. Because you started making soap how long ago?
it's probably about a year.
About a year ago.
Months, yeah.
So about a year and a half ago, I was on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I love going on YouTube, watching stuff. And I came across this young lady who was making cold press soap. And I just started watching her. And I fell in love with what she was doing. And I just started watching her and watching her and watching her and watching all her videos and all her tutorials. And I'm like, but why am I watching this? I'm never going to make soap. Then I turned her on to Quay. I said, Quay, you need to watch this. I'm sorry. Family, never call her Quay. Don't do that. Don't be disrespectful. That's Saquaya to you. Don't be disrespectful. And I turned on to you, and he's like, and that aha moment is like, oh, so this is how, and it's crazy how God works because he gave me something a year and a half ago that was not for me.
Right.
Just to pass it on to you to help you along your journey.
Right.
Which is amazing. But I'm curious, like, that's, okay. It has to be scary, though.
It is.
Because to jump into something that you have no idea how to do, and like you said, you didn't jump in the remedial part of it. You went straight to the hardest part of doing it.
Cold press soap.
Yes.
So walk the family through that process, that thought process. How did that go to be like, you know what? I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to figure out the hardest way to do it, and I'm going to just go.
I would say, like, I guess I got bored at the beginner stage because I was like, this ain't for me. Like, this ain't gonna work. Like, I wanted more of a challenge with my, as you say, a passion. Because first, I was just doing this for me. Right. This was just to help Saquaya out with her skin. And then it was just like, oh, I can do this. And your first loaf comes out. It's like, oh, it's like amazing. And you're like, oh, I actually did this. And like you said with math, I hate math. But it was like, I have to figure out how much palm oil I need or how much coconut oil I need or how much castor oil you need. And it's like certain things that you have to figure out because if you put too much of one thing, the soap becomes too hard and it starts to crumble. But then if you don't put enough of that one material or that one material, then it becomes too soft. So then it's not there. So then you like, oh, well, this sucks. So then you have to sit out here and you have
this
to
is horrible. Thanks.
And then you can't put too much lye in it because you have to have, a lot of people are like, can you make the soap without lye? No, you cannot make the soap without lye. However, lye is not in the end process. It's just it helps put everything together.
Right.
And then it breaks it down, and then you have like sugars in it, so all that breaks down and it dissolves. So you never have lye in the end process. But everybody's like, oh, lye. And I'm like, you're fine. I promise you, there's no lye that's going to burn you.
Right.
You're okay. But yeah, so it's just like you have to have enough lye to do that. But it's a lot of reading, and I don't like reading either.
So I don't like math. I don't like reading. So I'm just gonna go what the Lord tells me to do.
And it was just like a constant push.
That's good.
And then I guess for me, my mom is always my cheerleader. Y'all, I can do 50 million different things and not complete it all, but my mother will be like, I got you. What do you need?
That's the best,
That's
baby.
the
Don't
best.
nobody do that like you, baby.
Exactly.
You did that, baby.
That's the cheerleader.
Right.
And if you are parents, please do that to your kids, regardless of the fact. Just do it.
Just
even
do
though
it.
even though it they might not complete it, but still do it. Just having my back, it just kept pushing me to keep going. And then my granny didn't help because she was like, oh, I like this soap too. So it's like the whole family just kept getting involved, and it just made me want to do it more. And it's my happy place. That's what I love. It's my happy place. For some odd reason, I turn my tunes on, I'm in the kitchen, and I'm like going to town, and I'm in my own zone, and I love it. It just makes me happy.
And that's one thing we was talking about too, telling everybody that sometimes doing things like that has nothing to do with the finances of it or trying to make money or have it a business where, I mean, it's a business for you, but you didn't go after it that way. Like, I'm going to do money. It was your happy place. It was a place, something that was going to help you personally because you were looking for something to help your skin. And then it just grew into this thing that has become, and what's the name of the business?
I don't have a name yet.
You don't have a name yet?
No.
You switched it? I thought you was going to use the other name.
I did, but it just wasn't settling well right now. So I don't really have a name, which is really weird because everybody keeps asking me, but I don't have a name yet. It hasn't hit me because honestly, I don't know if I want to go into true business with this.
Right.
Because I see a lot of people, I'm on a group on Facebook, and a lot of people keep saying, like, if you go into it, like your passion into the business, you don't want to lose that passion. And I don't want to lose that happy spot. So I guess maybe that's the reason why I'm teetering with it. And I keep asking the Lord, like, hey, Jesus, send me a sign. But every time he sends me a sign, it's like, what's your business name? And when are you going to make some more soap? And
so you saying he sent you the sign?
You just didn't like the sign.
You just didn't like what he said. So
Pretty
you
much.
trying to be like a pitcher out here waving that sign off, hoping for a different one?
Hoping for a different one. But
Gotcha.
it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
No, it's not. So we're just going to call it No Name Soap.
No name soap.
No name. Name her.
We're not going to do that. We ain't going to do that.
No Name Soap.
You can do that out here.
Yeah, I'm just saying No Name
I
Soap
don't
for
have
now.
a name.
But that's okay because
Yeah.
there's no rush to it again because you're doing it because it's a happy place for you. Because we were just talking about that when we just the other day about
How we opened up the
opened
month of April.
The month of
Talking
April,
about
we
it,
was talking about the fact that this young lady that I talked to, and she was saying that she has this passion and she loves to do it, but she has her regular 9 to 5. And so I was asking her, well, when will you make this your business? And she was like, because that's the moment, that's what you think all the time.
Right.
If you got a passion and you're doing it and you're doing it well, you can make money off of it. That's the first thing we go to.
Yep.
First thing we go to. And I had not being hypocritical, and that's the way I was speaking to her in that manner. And she was like, Angela, to be honest, I don't know if it'll ever be a business. It may or may not be. She said, but right now, I don't want it to be a business because it puts less stress on me. I can do it when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and the time that I want to do it in. And when she said that, that was an aha moment for me. That because not everybody who has this passion for a thing necessarily want it to be a business or thinking about it being a business. And a lot of times they just wanted to do it because they really love doing it. And if it benefits anybody else, then that's beautiful. And I think that's where you are right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they already know. I'm constantly passing soap to them.
We got
I'm
soap,
like,
people.
here, try this.
I love every minute of it too.
Yes.
Tell me what you think.
It's that turmeric soup. That turmeric soup, people.
She making soup out here now
Really,
too?
family. Now she's so creative. Now I can make a turmeric soup. That turmeric soap is amazing. I love the turmeric soap. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. It was for me, and then I just eventually started passing it off to everyone. And it wasn't just because I wanted them to give me the feedback. I guess it was just because I'm a giver. I don't mind giving. It's not to benefit me, it's to benefit you.
Right.
And I just want to share my happiness and my love with everyone else. So if you're family and you're really close, then like these two, I'm always like, after church, here, take this. And
try this.
Angela, I tried this. Do you want to try it? And through a text message. So yes, I
think
I like to pass it.
The thing that you gave to me, and I was like, okay. He was like, here's a loofah. Like me and my friend made loofahs.
The tree loofah?
Like they literally, and she was like, here, take that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It was homegrown.
The homegrown
like,
loofah.
yes.
Didn't he know you can grow loofahs in the garden?
Listen,
I didn't
Homegrown
either.
loofah.
That was new to me.
She gave me some oil, some soap, and she was like, and here's I was like, so you like a little, and here the homegrown. I was like, huh. Where you getting this from? Where you getting this from? But it's like right now you're making like the whole body care right now. It's kind of like what you're doing. I don't know if you've thought about that because you're doing different things. You have oil and this, but it's almost like a full body care kind of thing going on right now.
It is, because my cousin sent me a text message this week and was like, so are you going to do bath salts? And I was like, no, because that's not what cold processed soap is.
It's not a bath salt.
It's not a bath salt.
Thank you.
She was like, oh, well, I need for you to do it anyway. And I was like, but you didn't ask. You just told me to do it. She was like, you need to add this to your business line. And I'm like, this is not a business. This is what I
You
want.
keep asking the Lord for signs.
Right, exactly.
He keeps sending you signs.
Yeah.
I know he keeps sending me signs, but I guess I just have to do it. I just have to step out on faith and just continue to go on this process.
Right.
I'll just keep praying that I don't lose my happy spot. Like, I'm just doing it not only to benefit myself, but benefit everybody else. Because if somebody else can benefit from my soap like I can, then I should take that as a win.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you though, because I'm curious, and I know there are family members that's in this particular situation where, like we said, this is not your everyday 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
You are still a businesswoman.
Yeah.
You have a whole job out here. You have a whole life 9 to 5.
Yeah.
With people depending on you. It's more in the project management field, your actual day job, if we will.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing that. You do it well.
Thank you.
You still have your whole party planning business that you know, COVID kind of, but you still have that business you're running.
Event planning. Mm-hmm.
The event planning. So my question is, where do you find the time?
Yeah.
So now you have your regular 9 to 5 that is very demanding because you're doing $1 million deals out here and planning all kind of stuff. And then you have your own business that you're running. And now you say, hey, I'm going to add to that and make soap. And which is a long process. If anyone has no idea about making cold press soap, it's a long process, long, tedious process.
Oh, Jesus. You
So-
gotta have patience.
Yeah. So my question is, so how do you find the time? Where do you find the time?
Late nights. First of all, I cannot go to sleep before 11:30. So that's number one for me, because if I sleep longer than 8 hours, which I know some of you people out here love your good 8 hours, Saquaya doesn't function on 8 hours of sleep.
Wow.
Saquaya only functions on at least 6 hours.
Okay.
If I go 8 hours, I am dragging for the rest of the day.
Really?
So yeah, it's bad.
Wow.
It's really bad. So I do it at night while everybody's asleep. Like I said, I put in my tunes. Sometimes I just kick people out of the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's late nights and sometimes it's on the weekends. And then when I have that urge, like lately I've had an urge to like, let's do this. Let's pull out some soap. Let's make more.
Right.
And then the family don't help either, because they're all like texting me and like, I'm out of soap. I'm like, I don't care, but I'm out of soap too.
Where's the soap? Where's the soap?
And I got to go buy my own soap because y'all used it all. So,
Right.
yes. So I make it at night. And then sometimes you have to, so the summertime is coming. So I'm going to have to make it more so like early morning or nighttime, because the humidity is going to mess with the soap. So I have to now really adjust to the time. Because cold process, once you make the soap, it kind of looks like a cake batter.
Right.
And you can add your different colors to it. You can, keep it all white if you want. But as soon as you finish with it, if it stays out in the air too long, it comes up with soda ash on the top. So you have to prevent that. And humidity doesn't help that either. So when we're about to go into this good hot summer
Good
of
old
Charlotte,
summer. Good old summer.
I'm
Good old summer.
I'm going to be fighting with that. So, but yeah, so it's a process. It's patience, but you got to have some speed to it as well, because you don't want to mess up the soap that you just created.
So here's the thing. What I love is, again, Sanchez said you didn't go to remedial, you went straight to the advanced. But what I'm realizing in reference to this, I don't think people understand the concept, because we just go to the store and we buy soap.
Right.
We just buy whatever soap is available that we love. But there's a strategy and there's a thought process and there's a practical way that you have to do things to make this thing be successful.
Yes. You want me to tell you the whole story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk
Break
us
it
through
down. I
Break
want
it
to know.
down. So you have to find out which oils will make your soap hard, which oils will make you have the bubbles that everybody loves, which oils that will not strip all the moisture from your skin. It's a lot of research because some oils can do that. Right. So I stuck with 3, possibly 4. I think I'm going to add another one because I like a lot of bubbles, and I know my soap gives bubbles, but I want extra bubbles.
Okay.
So, I don't know about y'all, but I like extra bubbles. So
extra bubbles.
So I'm about to add castor oil to my soap, which is the crazy part is all the materials that you use is what you use in the kitchen. It's everything in the kitchen. It's olive oil. You can use castor oil. Well, I don't know if you use castor oil in the kitchen, but you use palm oil because that's like a vegetable oil.
Right.
You use coconut oil. You don't use shea butter, but yes, most of those things are hard materials that you need.
Right.
And then you have to come up with the formula to have the right amount of water and lye. You can't have too much lye because then you're going to burn it. And then you can't have too much water because then it's going to be very, very soupy and it's going to take forever for it to come out the mold.
Right.
So again, math part coming in, which I don't like. A lot of reading coming in, which I don't like.
I don't like.
But I guess it just geared me to do it and learn it more. So then once you put all those materials together, you have to mix. And I use goat milk soap. So it's another process that I have to freeze it first. And then I have to put it in there because if you put lye into any water, it automatically shoots up high. Like the temperature quickly rises. So you have to be careful with that because you don't want it too high because then it'll scorch my milk. But then you don't want it too low because then it's not going to melt my milk. Right. So you have to have it. It's like in between the 90-degree area. So then you put all these materials together. You use a blender. Again, you're in the kitchen, like you're making a cake. And you just blend all your oils together and you put your fragrance, whatever fragrance that you want, or you can do essential oils. And you just put it all together and it just looks so good. You just don't want to eat it. It's so good. And then you just pour it in this loaf. But then you can do different designs, or before you even pour it in the loaf, like I did one that Angela's talking about, which is the charcoal and tea tree.
Yeah, my soap. Thank you.
I thought I messed it up because I was trying a new technique, which is called a drop swirl, where you don't have to have a whole bunch of buckets, because if you start adding more color, then you have to have a bucket for this color, a bucket for this color, and it like just gets all over the place. So I don't want to have a messy kitchen, so I just want to kind of keep it simple. And I just poured it in there, and then everything was starting to like come together, and I didn't want it to come together because it's supposed to be like at the 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's supposed to be like all like that.
Right.
And I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, this is not coming out right, because everything was like starting to come together, and my soap was accelerating, because some fragrance oils, or you can say some essential oils, accelerate the process.
Yes,
so you have to hurry it up, because then it becomes too thick before you even do something.
Right.
But then you don't want it too liquidy, because then you have to sit here and let it sit, which is more patience to come in and
what
do
you're saying
anything.
you don't have, but go ahead.
Yes, the Lord is working on me. So it's a lot of things that you have to calculate into this process. So then once I did it, I was like, oh God, I think I just screwed this up. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going with the flow.
Right.
So then I just poured it in the loaf, and then I put it in the freezer, because I have a lot of sugars in mine, because I use goat milk soap. So I have to make sure it doesn't go through a gel phase. And a gel phase means it's like the sugar's pretty much taking over, and it'll leave like a ring into your soap. It's not a bad thing, like your soap's not gonna work, but it just doesn't look pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to hurry up and like cover it up and put it in the freezer. And my mom's like, I don't want my freezer to smell like fragrance oil. It's like, it's not going to smell like fragrance oil. Get it together. But anyway, so then this is where the patience truly, truly comes in, because you have to keep it in the freezer for 24 hours. Then you take it out of the loaf. And then sometimes you need to let the loaf sit because you took it out of the freezer. So now it's got to sweat. So that's another 8 hours while you're sitting there waiting for it to happen. So you're like anticipating of like, did I mess this soap up or is it going to come out great?
Right.
And then you cut it. So I was super excited, and I sent a picture to Angela because I was like, "Oh, it came out pretty!" Like
It's amazing.
So super excited. Like I was like, "Oh!" And in every soap, when you do a drop swirl, it comes out different because just the way it drops into this loaf. So you have no idea how it comes out. So it's a mystery, pretty much.
We're gonna show you a picture of the soap, family.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a picture.
So you're gonna see the soap.
We're gonna send you a picture.
It's a mystery, and I love it. And I was just so happy. I like sent a picture to Angela that day. I was like, I am like beyond ecstatic of this one. And I was like happy all day because I was like, I thought it came out bad, but it actually came out good.
Right.
And, but then you still have to wait. You still have to wait for this soap.
It's a patience thing again.
It's a patience thing. So it takes 4 to 6 weeks for this soap to
that's
cure.
what she told me because I thought I was going to get my soap today on Friday.
Nah, ma'am.
Oh, she said 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
The reason why we wanted you to tell how you do the soap because I needed people to hear the passion, the love.
You stole my thunder.
Yeah, the passion, the love, the excitement as you were literally talking about it step by step. The closer you get to the end of it, the closer you get to making the soap, the more excited that your face lights up and that you get. And I think people need to understand that's what we're talking about with passion. That makes your heart so happy. And so they need to hear you go from how you started to where you are and hear the excitement and the love in your voice for this thing that you love to do. So that's why we just gonna like let her say what she can say. Let them hear it.
Because family, my question to you, family, is what can you sit down and talk about?
Yeah,
the way that Saquaya just did, and have that light. Because family, you had to hear it.
Yeah.
You had to hear the light and the joy in her voice.
Yeah,
and she explained this process to you. And once again, if you notice what she was saying, the process is not an easy process.
No, it's not.
You know, like she said, she doesn't like math. It's a math intensive process. Patience is not one of her virtues right now.
Right now.
The
Lord got her. The Lord working on her.
I think this is why I'm in it because it's called patience.
Patience.
But the journey she's on is nothing about patience because at the end of the day, the soap is going to do what it does.
Yeah.
The chemical reaction is going to do what it does. You can't speed or slow down that process. It is what it is. But yet she's sitting here and she's talking about it. And to be honest, she's taking a subject that to some people may seem boring, and she's infusing life into it and making. I'm enthralled. I just want to hear more about soap.
Right.
And as a 43-year-old grown man, I never thought I would say that. I just wanted to sit here and talk about soap.
I didn't even think I would be happy to talk about
soap.
But
it's the passion and the love.
But I do have a question for you. So I need you to talk to the family just for a second.
Okay.
Because I would be naive to think that you didn't have some reservations or some minor fear or maybe a big fear because you're getting into something, like you said, you've never done this before. All of a sudden you found a need in your life. You figured out, okay, how can I solve this problem that I have?
Right.
And it ended up, now you done bought a goat. Now you got a goat in your mama's backyard and you're making soap.
I need my goat though.
Look, I've been telling you for a year, I'm going to buy you a goat.
You're gonna buy me a goat.
I'm going to buy you a goat.
I need my goat.
I'm investing in you. I'm going to buy you a goat.
That's our investment. That's our investment right there.
So, but talk to the family just for a minute because it's like you said, you already started one business. Now you you are starting a whole nother business, whole nother venture. So there had to be some reservations, a little fear. So how did you work through that?
A lot of praying, but then a lot of believing in myself. Because sometimes we talk ourselves out of things.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm like probably number 1. I'll probably say number 5. To talk myself out of things and be like, I don't want to do that. But don't think about it too much. Just do it.
Just do it.
And regardless of the fact if it doesn't come out right, if it fails, at least you tried.
Right.
And I can walk away and say, at least I tried this.
It's good.
And if it didn't turn out right, for business wise, I still was happy because my family happy.
Right.
It was something that I could give to my family.
Right.
It was something that I give to myself. So, I did have reservations. I would tell my mama, I don't think this is the good thing. Again, Saquaya does not like math. And some of my soaps didn't turn out right. Like, I have pictures of some of them where the soap ash took over, and some of them was way too soft, and then some of them had too much lye in it. I could have easily gave up, but I had a good cheerleader and cheer team that was like, no, you're going to keep going and keep trying at it. It's like you can't try something and then it doesn't work and then you be like, I'm done.
Right.
You at least have to give it a couple times before you can say, okay, well, I can tell this is not for me.
Right.
But I just didn't do it. I was like, I have to figure this out. And it wasn't just because of everybody else starting to depend on it. It was just for me. Because I was like, I got to figure this out. I don't want to keep buying soap that doesn't work for me. I need something that works for me. So, yeah, I just say don't give up. And if there's a little thing in your head that says you should stop, try it again.
Try it again.
Try a different route. I tried a different route. I didn't go around. I didn't do the same recipes that everybody else did. I created my own recipe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you can, on YouTube, you see everybody else's recipes. And then I'm in a group that you can see everybody else's recipes as well. Like, some people do share and some people don't. But I wanted to create my own. And I looked at a lot of websites to see what everybody else was using. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then I was just like, okay, what works for me?
Right.
And I just had to eliminate stuff or add stuff. So, yeah, don't give up. Just keep going.
I love it.
Did you think that, like, the creative, because again, project manager, which creates purpose and things for businesses, and then event planner, creating memories, did you think that your creativity would take you to soap?
No. First of all, I had no idea I had this much creativity. Like,
really?
I'm gonna be
my
honest.
Gosh,
like,
girl,
I'm telling you, like, it just came out of nowhere. Project planning, event planning was not for. I never said it was for me. Like, it was nowhere in my vision, nowhere in my board that says, "Ooh, I want to try this" or "I want to do this." It was nowhere near it. But it was the people that I was around who tapped into me and who believed in me and was like, no, I'm going to push you to do this. That pushed me into those. So my creativity, start growing at a later age. Like, I'm 40. And I'm like, where did this come from? I don't need to be doing this. I'm 40. I should be hanging out, chilling, not making soap.
soap is it. Soap is the way, honey.
No, so, yeah.
Because I think that you two, I'm like your cousin. Because I think I reached out to you and was like, hey, need a bath bomb. You was like, I don't make that. You will. Just get that together. I need that for my shower.
That's a whole nother chemistry.
You'll figure it out. Well, I'm patient. Look, I am
chemistry
patient.
all over.
I am patient. I will wait for it.
Because a certain way you got to do those bath bombs.
Yes. You can't put too much water in it, or it's just going to, it's not even a bath bomb, but you have to put enough in it. I've tried it. It didn't turn out right. So I'm still going to play with it, but.
Yeah, and as you play, I'll be here waiting.
I know.
I'll be here.
Eucalyptus?
Yes, eucalyptus.
There you go.
She knows me.
I love it. Family, if you haven't been paying attention to anything else, just hear the joy.
Yeah.
And she talks about making soap.
Making soap.
Something, like you said, that's time intensive, that's hard. Because here's the thing. Your passion is going to be hard. Your passion is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's going to be tiresome. Like she said, she works a full-time job. Technically, she works 2 full-time jobs. And yet she sacrificed sleep. She goes to bed late. She gets up early. She's in her kitchen. She's in her lab making soap.
Yep.
And family, that's what you have to do sometimes for your passion. There has to be a sacrifice for it.
Yeah.
If you're truly passionate about your passion,
right?
There has to be a sacrifice for it. There's times like with us, with the Crenshaw Corner, to be honest, family, we don't always want to do this. We don't always want to record. I don't always want to set up everything and break it down. Sometimes it takes longer to set it up than it does to record, and I don't want to go through all this.
Or trying to find out what content can we do. But we love what we do so much. This is the thing about God. Seriously, we love what we do so much, and we know that He's blessed us to do this, that ideas and people will drop out of the sky to us, honestly. And we'd be like, wait a minute. we can do that, and that's what's happening with you. You've always been a creative being. That's
Always.
just always been since I've known you.
For
Always
you to say that, it takes me back a little bit.
Yeah.
But it sets me back because
really.
you're literally
please.
one of the most creative people I know.
Yeah. You can walk in I've been with you and you've walked into a room and we had to do a party for church or whatever. And not only that, people, but the girl serves at church all the time. And she does the church events. But we're not going to talk about it. But I watch you walk into a room and be like, you know what? Yeah, we about to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, element of P, and put it together and do it in 24 hours with less stuff, and then use what's in the area to make it even better. So no, ma'am, you've always been a creative spirit. But the thing is now what your passion seems to me, what I see is not only taking your creative spirit that you have, but creating something for you and other people that are tangible now. Because before it would be the memories, but now it's the tangibility of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that they can hold on to your memories that belong to you and not just the memory of, or the experience of being in an area that you created. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
So am I.
Yes.
So unfortunately, we have come to that time.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, we really could sit here and talk to you all night.
About soap.
But you've been a part of this before.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of the returning family members, so you know how this goes.
Yes.
So we're at the end of this particular episode.
Yes.
So what that means is that if you could just leave the family with a final thought.
Love your passion and don't let it go. Because even though if it gets hard, you don't want to, it's not easy, but it's your happy place. So whatever is your happy place,
Right.
go there. Mm-hmm. Go to your happy place. When it's a bad day at work, I'm like, okay, what can I do to what as you say, creative moments that I can create.
Right.
Or I'm thinking over things, or I'm going to bed or to YouTube and falling asleep. Mm-hmm. But still, it's my happy place because it just takes everything away that I don't want to think about at that moment, or
Right.
I'm not thinking as much. So I say, hold on to it. Don't let it go. Like really, really hold on to it.
I love it. Bae, what you got for him? What's your final thought?
Don't box yourself in. Because sometimes we have a tendency of thinking our passion is this one thing and we only can do it one way. And I'm going to keep saying this over and over again every podcast. And we think that we need to be doing it, but there's so many different avenues that you can take with your passion. And you just have to just keep moving and walking in your passion. And like she said, it'll direct you where you need to be for your passion. And I believe that.
I love it. My final thought for the family is going to be, don't listen to every voice.
Mm-hmm.
Family, you got to understand that whether it's your mother, your brother, your best friend, your cousin, everyone does not know how to support you. Mm-hmm. Some people are only able to see as far as their dreams will take them. Mm-hmm. So when your dream goes farther or your passion goes farther, mm-hmm. they don't understand it. And so they don't always know how to support you. Yeah. So I say that to say this. Don't listen to every voice. Sometimes you have to cheer yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader. Sometimes you have to boost yourself. You have to just energize yourself and speak to yourself and speak that thing as though it is.
Yeah.
So family, just don't listen to every voice.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to have mine. I think we can just use Sanchez.
What do you mean?
Use your final thought.
I'm looking like, what happened? What
your
are
final
we
thought
using?
was like the benediction. Let's go.
He always got the final thought.
Well,
he say stuff like, I just got one simple word to say.
I'm leaving yours in. I'm not taking it out. So it's going to be there for the family. Saquaya, we thank you so much for joining us.
We love you.
We love you. Family, as always, we thank you. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for listening. However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. Mm-hmm. Family, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials.
Yes.
We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all under Crenshaw Corner. And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.